All right. Welcome back. It's the Critics Collective. We're here to do another review on what I like to call To Be Treasures. To Be Treasures. Dad, Panther, how you doing this evening?
Doing all right. How y'all doing out there in TV land?
I hope they're doing well. Let us know in the comments. We're definitely looking forward to interacting with you guys. And also, I want to let you guys know if you are enjoying our in-depth discussions at all things media, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and join the collective community. Every interaction helps the channel, and we greatly appreciate creating this content for you. Now, again, To Be Treasures. This is actually today. I'm not gonna lie. Today is gonna be a little bit rough for me, sir. The movie that we're doing is called My Pain Is My Strength. You saw this on Tubi. It came across me. I said, you know what? Let's give this a shot, and we did give it a shot. In case you don't know what this movie's about, we're not going to spoil. We're going to give you a little synopsis scenario here. The lead actors or lead characters, Angel and V, living their blissful life, is shattered by V's ultimate demise, leading to a desperate quest for the perpetrator. It's very simple. That was not IMDb. That was just the generic Tubi description. Let's go ahead and just talk about initial impressions. When I dropped this on you, sir, what was your initial impression?
Man, and initially I thought I had a good, the poster. We don't see posters in boxes anymore like his Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, but it looked good. And I was like, let's just see what it is. And with Tubi being Tubi, and I'm more than perfectly fine with it, sometimes it's a hit or miss. And that's just what it is. You're digging in the crates, and I'm okay with that. So my expectations was average.
I have to say the same. When it came across my desk, I understand that independent films, there's different degrees of them, and I was open to like, hey, this may surprise me. So let's see what happens. I was just kind of curious, like, okay, is this going to surprise me or is this gonna? Mm-hmm. But I think I've kind of already alluded to how I felt about this one. But if you'd like to start, sir, please, your highs and lows.
Tell me how you feel. I wish I had Cisco here to perform and tap dance better than what I'm gonna do. The pro that I will give, and I normally go low then high, but at this point I'm not gonna it doesn't really matter, because the only thing that I thought was outstanding was maybe the quality of cameras that were used, not the shots, not the scenes. I felt like at times it was like jittery in a way where it was like, I get you're trying to look through the crack of a door, but now we're in the living room, but it just didn't flow. And I'm a casual watcher. I couldn't tell you the X and O's behind these setups. There was a lady who was one of the detectives. I think she had kind of curly hair. I loved watching her on the screen. I've seen her in other things. I thought she was the most outstanding person. There was a street guy that was on there as well that was holding his own. And that would be the only pro that I had. Maybe the music at the very beginning was like, oh, okay, Atlanta. Oh, we got the drone shots of the Mercedes Benz, and then it just became like, the negatives were there were just so many shots that were forced. I don't know why they were forced in the way they were. The opening shot had the typical lady on the bed with the ass cheek out, but you can see it was forced. It just find a better way to do it so I can believe the story. But the story was tough to follow. The shots, it seemed like if the actors were by themselves or with someone else, I was seeing some somewhat decent setup, directing, and acting. But when there was 4 or 5 people in the room, it felt like there was no synergy. Like they didn't come together for the scene. It felt like certain people had different emotions that didn't register, like literally read the room. And so for that being said, I don't have a lot of pros to talk about it, but unfortunately it's just more cons than pros.
I hear you. I do have a few highs as far as this film goes, because again, when it is not easy it is easier nowadays to complete a film. So kudos to anybody that's actually able to complete a film. They did have better sound than most indie films on this level, so I will give them that. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that one back. There was another one I was gonna give as far as a high, but I know I'm gonna contradict it with whatever what I was about to say. But another high about this film is as far as them maximizing the limited space. I recognize a couple of the locations. There was one particular studio down in Atlanta that you can rent out, and I recognize from touring the studio I was considering filming something there. Some of the sets that they used at least 3 different sets in that studio, and so they were definitely maximizing their budget and doing what they can to make it work. They might even use 4. So anytime I see people taking something, with the micro budget and really putting it together and giving us what we got, I was kudos to them. They actually put something together. But going into my lows is still the execution of it all. I don't mind that the quality was not always great. I don't mind that the acting was not always great. Well, for me, if you're gonna still do something at low level, you gotta stay within your means, because when you try and do too much, it exposes you. It shows that you're low budget. If the story is not tight, that it makes people, stop and be like, what's going on? And that was the problem. The way the story was being told, there were scenes that were being interrupted, and I guess they were doing it for pacing, but they didn't. It was like it were interrupted to jump to something else, and then they cut back. We're like, oh, they're still going. I didn't realize that this has happened simultaneously, even though it's different times of day. And one person's hair in the office is curly, and then when you show up, that's is pulled back, and then you show up again the next day, it's back curly. Say, hey, let's hit the town tonight. And when they hit the town tonight, that whole hair is totally different, and the wardrobe is changing. All this stuff was just like throwing me for a loop. It was really bothering me. So the execution, like, if you're gonna do it, it's fine, but just be thorough, be tight about it. You keep taking me out, and then when the way the story was being told, it was horrible. And then some parts were just felt like it was ad lib. It was just like, or it was just like improv. When somebody asked, like, when you found a body, was he completely dead? What kind of stupid ass question is that? Is he either dead or he's not? But anyway, I'm glad that was actually addressed. Is he completely dead? But the way the hair and wardrobe jumped around and the way the scenes were jumping around the story was just not making any sense. And the last thing for me that really bothered me is the title. The way the movie ended, it makes me feel like they were hoping to drop something maybe closer together, but it just it just ended so flat. It ended, I just don't want to spoil, but there's just not enough conclusion, not enough resolution. It's just too many loose ends on that. It's just like, really, you're just going to stop it here? And then I'm waiting on the title to make sense. My pain is my strength. But I didn't see anybody overcome anything from their pain in this movie. I just had a lot of pain watching it. I'm just going to be real with you. So, let's go ahead and get into the ratings, sir. We've already spent too much time on this damn movie.
You spent too much time. 0. You spent too much time.
Do you even want the graphic, or are we just gonna throw out how many accolades we got? What do you want to do?
We're gonna throw out accolades.
All right.
All right. I'll say 1. I'll give it a 1.
You're gonna give it a 1.
I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm not gonna say it's horrible. Don't check it out. Like I said, it's an indie film. It's Tubi, but it's a 1. Execution missed the marks.
All right. Well, I mean, 1 accolade is poor quality, not recommended. So that is better than 0. 0 is horrible, absolute trash. I'm with you there, sir. I'm gonna give it a 1 as well. It was. Yeah, it's. I mean,
the reason why I say that is the only movie we've given a 0 is the number 1 movie in America.
Yeah,
for
Venom.
3 weeks running. And you believe that Venom is still worse than this movie?
I do, because of the resources that they have. You have to hold them accountable.
Okay. Listen, I'm here for the people as well. Somebody in the comments will be like,
somebody's going to disagree, and I'm looking forward to those comments. But I can't hold this to the same standard I hold Venom. Like I said, this is a micro budget, so I know they were maximizing what they had, and what they could control was the storytelling, the wardrobe with each shoot. The acting I can forgive. Mm-hmm. The sets, the cameras.
So call you and consult about writing. Got it.
Absolutely. I help lace that story together and make it tight, and then continuity, making sure you're paying attention to the way you're editing this movie all over. Can't have no bleach.
Check our email for business inquiries. So if you just film director, writer, look, there's Lingo right there. You gotta
just hook it right up. I will help you out. Hook it right up. All right. So that is
trying to get you a job.
Thanks.
Another one.
Oh, so my pain is my strength. You can find it on Tubi. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you share this video, keep the conversation going, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, get into the alerts, and join our collective community. And let us know in the comments if you saw this movie and what you thought about it. I really want to know, especially what you thought about the ending if you did watch this. And this is available on Tubi right now. So the Critics Collective, we're giving it 1 accolade each. So there you go. Do that. Take that and do what you will. I don't even know what I'm saying or what I'm doing right now. But I want to thank you guys for joining us. And we will see you guys next week. You got the Dad Panther here saying higher Lingo. I appreciate you. Legacy Lingo. And we will see you on the next one.